Welcome. Are you looking for a reliable long-term data set of S&P 500 index options? Introducing ALLSPX, a complete historical archive of SPX option prices dating all the way back to January 1990. This data set delivers over 35 years of end-of-day SPX option prices, updated monthly and available in CSV format, perfect for Excel, Python, R, or SQL. The S&P 500 Index, or SPX, tracks 500 of the largest U.S. companies and represents nearly 80% of the U.S. equity market. Options on the SPX are European-style, cash-settled, and traded on the CBOE, making them a go-to tool for portfolio hedging, managing volatility, and executing macro strategies. But what about SPXW? Today, there are two main types of S&P 500 options SPX. These are standard monthly expiring options, typically settling on the third Friday of each month. SPXW. These are weekly options with expirations on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, or Fridays. SPXW also covers end of the month or end of the quarter options. Our ALLSPX dataset contains all SPX and SPXW options. It focuses on any option with the original SPX underlying, reflecting the historical evolution of the options market. From monthly expirations to the rise of SPXW, daily and weeklies. Some options are now called 0DTE, which means they were not listed the prior day and are listed in the morning and expire that same day. To take advantage of the 0DTE options, you should consider subscribing to our intraday options service. This makes it especially valuable for short-term and long-term trend analysis and volatility modeling. Through the years, the naming conventions have changed, especially prior to 2010. Only monthly options existed in 1990, but as the volume grew, additional expiration dates were added through the years. So who uses this data? Quantitative analysts building volatility surfaces, hedge funds developing macro strategies, academic researchers studying option behavior, traders backtesting systems, and developers feeding custom analytics platforms. Here's what you get. Complete end-of-day SPX option history from 1990 to the present. Delivered via FTP in zip archives containing monthly CSV files, one for each month. Annual summaries, ideal for large-scale processing. Everything is formatted for seamless integration into Excel, Python, R, TensorFlow, scikit-learn, or relational databases. File format, standard CSV. Packaging, zip files by month and year. And if you're working with SPX data, you might also be interested in related instruments. SPY, a tradable ETF that mirrors the S&P 500 and is popular for options trading. VIX, the fear gauge, measuring implied volatility based on SPX options. OEX, a legacy index of the top 100 large-cap stocks within the S&P 500. Before SPY was created, this was very popular. XSP, a mini version of SPX options, 1/10 the size, ideal for smaller accounts. IVV and VOO, alternative ETFs that track the same S&P 500 index. SH, an inverse ETF that moves opposite to the market. UPRO, a leveraged ETF delivering 3 times the S&P 500's daily return. These related symbols help extend your analysis across hedging, leverage, volatility, and ETF tracking strategies. All closely tied to SPX. Questions? Just email us at support@deltaneutral.com. ALLSPX, the history of SPX options at your fingertips.